10. First, the highlights. Lagos State Governor describes traditional rulers as trusted bridge connectors of state institutions with community realities. Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission calls for speedy trials on cases. On the foreign scene, World Health Organization warns against contaminated cough syrup in India. And in sports, Super Eagles captain promises victory after Benin Republic at 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifying match. Now the details. I am Dele Agadumo. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has described traditional rulers as trusted bridge that connects state institutions with community realities, translating policies into authority that fosters peace and harmony. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has described traditional rulers as trusted bridge that connect state institutions with community realities, translating policies into relatable terms, resolving disputes before they escalate, and embodying the moral authority that fosters peace and harmony. Governor Sanwo-Olu stated that throughout the nation's history, traditional rulers have served as a vital link between the government and the people. The governor stated this at the National Council of Traditional Rulers of Nigeria, NCTRN, Lagos National 2025 Executive Committee meeting with the theme, The Traditional Institution, the Imperative of its Inclusion in the Effective and Efficient Governance in Nigeria.
And I dare say with all sense of humility that this your government has installed more traditional rulers, more traditional institutions in the history of Lagos than we've ever had, even before the colonial era. And these are some of the commitments that we have put forward as a government. And so we firmly believe that for governance to be truly effective, it must be inclusive, which means acknowledging the advisory, moral, and social values of the traditional institution. It means giving voice to those who represent the conscience of its people.
In a keynote address, Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma, who declared the meeting open, said the Constitution should not be silent on the need to recognize the roles of traditional rulers as they remain the first point of contact when issues arise, hence the need for a legal backing to support them. Uzodinma urged them to rise above partisan politics and support the present administration.
The neutrality is not a weakness, it is a strength. It brings credibility to your council and dignity to your institution. So to maintain that trust, the line must be made clear. You must speak when necessary, guide when needed, and send a warning when danger is imminent. This must always be done. You do them as statesmen, not as political actors.
Co-chairman NCTRN, the Sultan of Sokoto, Saad Abubakar, who said despite the challenges faced by the country, Nigerians should collaborate with the government to resolve all issues in love, togetherness, and pray for the success of its leaders.
Let's keep on renewing our hopes every day, because every day you wake up, you thank Almighty for giving you another day to live. It's a privilege the Almighty gave you. It's not a right. So I think we have to thank Almighty every morning that we wake up and try to do the best we can. We have to help one another across this great country, Nigeria.
The event was attended by the governors of Ekiti, Edo, Imo, Cross River, Sokoto, Kogi, Kebbi, Katsina, Yobe. Top traditional rulers including the Oni of Ife, Oba Adeyeye Ogunwusi, Alaafin of Oyo, Oba Abimbola Owode, Oba of Lagos, Rowan Akiolu, represented Ayogbore of Ikorodu, Oba Kabir Shotobi, among others. Lagos State Government, through its Domestic and Sexual Violence Agency, has inaugurated the Community Dialogue Committee, CDC, a strategic initiative aimed at strengthening grassroots efforts to prevent and respond to sexual and gender-based violence. Speaking at the inauguration ceremony, Executive Secretary of DSVA, Titilola Vaivo Adeniyi, described the initiative as a vital step towards building sustainable community-led systems to combat SGBV across the state. Vaivo Adeniyi said the primary objective of the CDC was to reinforce community-level structures. She said the community-level structures would identify, respond to, and ensure appropriate referral of SGBV cases. Commissioner for the Environment and Water Resources, Tokunbo Wahab, has restated the importance of water to Lagos, noting that water is a natural resource, a blessing, an ally, and the future of human existence that requires everyone's nurture in its use and interaction. Wahab made this known during the Fela Debate 17 held as part of activities marking Celebration 2025. He said the state government understands the delicate relationship between human and water as not just a force, but also an enabler. The commissioner explained that the state faces unique climate challenges, which include rising sea levels, extreme heat, and recurrent flooding, saying that this explains why the government designed a comprehensive drainage master plan to safeguard the city and keep flooding at bay. Wahab said the Ministry of the Environment and Water Resources has resolved these anthropogenic activities from time to time, but residents still persistently and brazenly defy environmental laws, stressing that there will be no hiding place for defaulters and saboteurs. Now to the rest of the stories. Chairman of the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, Musa Aliyu, has called for greater speed and consistency in the adjudication of corruption cases to strengthen Nigeria's fight against graft. Aliyu made the call at the opening of a 2-day workshop and capacity building program for judicial officers at the National Judicial Institute, Abuja. He stressed that the judiciary plays a pivotal role in ensuring that corruption does not pay and that those found guilty do not benefit from the proceeds of crime. According to the ICPC bars, effective and timely adjudication of corruption cases is critical to achieving the vision of a corruption-free Nigeria. Ali noted that the complexity of corruption cases has increased in recent years due to technological advancement and evolving social dynamics, making capacity development for judicial officers even more vital. Nasarawa State Government has approved the release of 5 billion naira to settle outstanding gratuities owed to retirees across the state. The State Accountant General, Musa Mohammed, announced that 1.5 billion naira has already been disbursed to the State Pensions Bureau for immediate payment of gratuities to the state government retirees from 2012. Mohammed said over 3 billion naira would also be released to clear the backlog of entitlements owed to local government retirees as part of a comprehensive effort to address long-standing pension liabilities. He emphasized the commitment of the present administration to enhance the welfare and dignity of senior citizens, recognizing their years of service and contributions to the state and the nation. Mohammed assumed that disbursement would begin immediately and called on beneficiaries to cooperate with relevant agencies to ensure a smooth and transparent process. Now to foreign news. The World Health Organization, WHO, has issued an alert warning about 3 contaminated cough syrup identified in India. The WHO identified the contaminated cough syrups as batches of Coldreaf, Respifresh TR and Relife, manufactured by Stressan Pharmaceuticals, Rednix Pharmaceuticals and Shape Pharma. The United Nations body also warned that the contaminated products pose significant risks to patients and can cause severe and potentially life-threatening illness. WHO said it will continue to collaborate closely with Indian health authorities to monitor the situation, identify the source of the contamination, and mitigate any potential public health risks. In our sport, Super Eagles captain William Troost Ekong has insisted that the players will do their best to secure maximum points against the Cheetahs of Benin Republic. Nigeria will take on neighbours Benin Republic in a 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifying match day 10 fixture at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium, Uyo today. Eric Chow's side sit in third position in Group C with 14 points from 9 matches. The three-time African champions must beat their neighbours and hope South Africa drop points against Rwanda to secure qualification. And that is the news at 10. Just before we go, your vehicle is not a strong room. Always keep your valuables off the view of miscreants. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch news and programs live on YouTube, Traffic Radio 961. Visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. You can also listen to Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM live on My Lagos app for timely updates. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration provided 87,000 units of single-door composite furniture for primary school pupils spread across the 6 education districts? Can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has described traditional rulers as trusted bridge that connects state institutions with community realities, translating policies into relatable terms, resolving disputes before they escalate, and embodying the moral authority that fosters peace and harmony. Chairman of the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, Musa Aliyu, has called for greater speed and consistency in the adjudication of corruption cases to strengthen Nigeria's fight against graft. We also told you that the World Health Organization has issued an alert warning about 3 contaminated cough syrup identified in India. And in sports, Super Eagles captain William Troost Ekong has insisted that the players will do their best to secure maximum points against the Cheetahs of Benin Republic. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That is the news broadcast compiled by Zainab Adebeshi. I am Dele Agadumo. Good morning. Thank you for listening.